Travis Wayne Goodsell. In the movie Keeping the Faith, Ben Stiller plays a rabbi trying to change Judaism to the modern age, as apparently the traditions are not good enough for him. He's shown as a little kid, as he has Heroes of the Bible player cards, just like baseball cards, with the chewing gum inside. But they were rabbis, famous rabbis, and of course that gets me wondering why the church has not put an effort into marketing. If you don't know, it's always old men that run the church, and they give the call. And there have been attempts by Mormons to try to capitalize on the market, where the church has left it open for others to do so. And apparently they've been shut down. They used to have Book of Mormon action figures, and I can't for the life of me find a Jesus Christ action figure. I guess they didn't make him. They made all the other characters, and I guess the church came down and shut them down or something. Maybe they didn't sell. Maybe they should have thought of making a Jesus one. But the concept of not merchandising the church is one that's kind of a bit ridiculous, because the church already is doing it. They're just doing it in their way, similar to conferences where you're not supposed to cheer and clap. You're only supposed to stand. And the old men tell us that, it's because the spirit will leave if you cheer and clap. Yeah, okay. So the scriptures that talk about the children of God cheered for the plan of salvation. Okay. But there is this one company that still exists, still sells, and it's called Brigham Young. Yeah, I get it. And I was able to get this Moses character. I'm trying to get it so you can see it. I bought this other thing, this other Lego kit, because you can see it's got a snake attached to the pole. I don't know why they didn't think of that when they did the Moses one. But they also have a married couple, and they have temples that you can also get, so that you can have the married couple posing at a temple of your choice. They have 40 different temples apparently for designs, and then you can practice being a polygamist. You'll have to buy a number of these kits to kick out the men. I guess the woman will always be blonde. But they also have missionaries, and of course the only ones worth it are the sister missionaries. I've got the scriptures and alternate heads for different colors. So, but no Book of Mormon stuff, no Bible stuff. I think they do a nativity one. So So they do have a baby Jesus. But what's the purpose of kids with toys? It's so that you can watch as an adult, see how they learn and develop communication skills and how they understand social relationships, and if you use scripture characters, they would learn about scriptures, because you talk to them about Abinadi, and so then you can give them an Abinadi doll and a Wicked King Noah doll, and then you can watch them as they get little matchsticks and light Abinadi on fire, so that you can see that they're understanding their scriptures. Otherwise, they might end up putting them in the microwave to watch them pop or melt. But the church has opportunities to cash in on Mormonism more than what they're already doing. And I guess since they've got the tithing thing down, that's now made them a fortune, they don't consider any other moneymaker. And they do have the pictures of the prophets. Now that in our digital age, they have PDFs that you can obtain the latest updating of the prophets when there's a solemn assembly or when an apostle dies and gets replaced. But or after the conference issue, because they'll include the 70 in the chart as well. But outside of that, temple pictures, pretty much. You know, paintings by other artists are all that the church does for merchandising, which goes through Deseret Book. And you'd have prophets who'd write books and get published so that they can make money on the side of their allowances that they get from the church. And so it's a guaranteed income, assuming you're one of the popular prophets or one of the popular women like Chieko Okasaki or the Nancy Sherry Drew. I had a woman comment on that video from seems like forever now, who did not understand what I was talking about, and instead this woman came on to comment, well, she's more popular than you. She did not listen. You guys are not listening to my videos. Ugh. I need to make an action figure of me. Make one of Kwaku, and then you guys can play. Travis and Kwaku have debates on the Book of Mormon. Kwaku says plagiarism is proof of the Book of Mormon's truth. Travis laughs and grows horns. I'm never letting Kwaku go on that. I gave him the key of translator. Gave him the key. I have the keys of translation. I gave him the key of translator, and he threw it away. So, the church is missing out on all this fun stuff for kids to get them brainwashed into the system early. I mean, yeah, primary, with the songs, but that's about it. There are too many of the rising generation, I've noticed, as I've associated with some of the rising generation when I was in the ward before the bishop said, no, you can't show that you have the key of translation because you're humiliating the prophets. But the church is true. Joseph Smith was right. Nope. Get out. Don't you dare come back. The church will not be true. It is false, and it will stay false. So yeah, so many missed opportunities in the church to make more money than they already are, but something that would help members of the church, because kids need action figure toys that relate to the religion, as Ben Stiller had the rabbi cards, which helped him to focus on his religion. They would obviously have the great accomplishments of the various rabbis and all that stuff. Similar to the prophets, except they don't put it on the back of the picture. You have to go to the website to read and look at each one. And that's just, no. You need to provide something for people to attach to when they're not at church. And you can have, regular Mormons, like instead of sister missionaries, have a regular Mormon girl and boy and various ages, and you can have them so that they can kneel in prayer, and then they can close their eyes, fold their arms. And you can have a sister peeking to make sure her brother keeps his eyes closed. I told you guys about that when I was younger. In the middle of our morning prayers around the kitchen table, I had my eyes opened, didn't shut them, and in the middle of the prayer, Tiffany bursts out, "Travis isn't keeping his eyes closed." And I respond, "How would you know?" Oh, God. So, yeah. They could have perpetuated the big lie. They would have to change it. So instead of actual gold plates, you'd have to give Joseph Smith a hat with one rock, not the Urim and Thummim, which they still have yet to come out and confess that, oh yeah, we have those too. But I guess they can't, because they said that the angel took them. Oh, then what are you doing with them if the angel took them? Exactly. That's why it's one rock and a hat. But the other rocks have been leaked. We know what they are and what they look like. And that's the Urim and Thummim. But yeah, so many missed opportunities for merchandising in the church. I saved the church multi-millions of dollars working for them. They owe me big time. And what do I get for it? They try to have me assassinated.